Hi, I'm Ian McGugan of Report on Business. I'm here today with my good friend and colleague Brian Milner to discuss the state of the U.S. economy. The figures that have been released about the fourth quarter were very weak, and you see some serious cause for concern.
Well, I don't think those figures are a blip. I think they're a sign that the strength that people perceived in the U.S. economy, that it was recovering very nicely, I think that was overly optimistic. The fact is that we haven't seen a lot of strength in key areas, and one of the weaknesses is manufacturing. And manufacturing is facing two problems. One, a lack of domestic demand, but also a lack of export demand because of that high dollar.
Sure, but I mean, there are also some very positive things out there. I mean, hiring remains very strong.
You can certainly point to improved hiring, but what kind of wages are we seeing? We're not seeing a strong growth in wages. It's the same issue in Japan. Japan has a tight labor market, but no wage growth. Well, that means a weak economy, because if you don't have confidence that you'll have more money in your pocket, you're not going to spend.
Sure, but I think you're ignoring some positive things out there. I mean, one of them is the fact that, energy prices have tumbled. So have a lot of commodity prices. People have more money in their pockets.
But and the old axiom was, if fuel prices go down, consumers will take their savings and take it to the store and spend it, and that's not happening. We saw consumer spending going down in the fourth quarter. They're blaming milder weather for that. Now they're blaming worse weather for not spending. There's always some reason that keeps consumers from spending, but the real reason is fear of the future.
Sure, but the future does not look that bad. Generally, you have a low cost of capital, strong hiring, and falling commodity prices. These are stimulants for the economy.
But very little loan demand, very high inventories. That means eventual layoffs and cutbacks.
Sure, the strong U.S. dollar, which is what you're talking about, really, the effects of the strong U.S. dollar. It's been a drag, but currencies adjust. The U.S. dollar is likely to fall over the next few months, and that too will provide some stimulus for the U.S. economy.
Well, unfortunately, I see the U.S. sliding back into recession, not immediately, but over the next year to 18 months.
I want to make sure I have that right. You're calling for a recession
Yes, I am.
the next year.
Yes, I am.
Wow, okay. I disagree. I think the U.S. economy will actually surprise to the upside this year. We'll talk about this in a year's time, see who's right.
We'll have to agree to disagree again.
Until then, Brian.